Dorme in piedi.
Greetings, traveler in Paimon.
Are you okay, Ganyu? You were nodding off there.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss the matter at hand. Since last time, I've been thinking a lot about the story Paimon told. In essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. But the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man
Riprendendo
forgot about
conoscenza solo
everything
una
else.
volta portato a riva.
Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music
Era
that
imbevuta di potere degli
he,
adeptus.
as a mortal, could not perceive. Either way, if this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has...
You really think so? But this story is all the way from Fontaine. Isn't this a bit of a lot? Also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy leaf. Ooh, like a crystal fly's wings?
Cristallottero.
Cool. Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Huh? Me? Well, once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
Got it. So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't like taking credit for her good...
No, it's not like that. I'm just not very good at explaining things.
Well, what if this adeptus in the story had a similar attitude?
Spiegherebbe come mai se n'è andata senza dire una
She was
parola.
probably thinking something like... One was...
That was actually a very good impression of Cloud Retainer, Paimon.
Vestale delle
As far as
nuvole.
I'm aware, Cloud Retainer
Non è molto
isn't the
dotata
most
musicalmente,
musically
ma non
gifted.
possiamo escluderla del tutto.
If we set off now, we could head to Mount... You'll be able to confirm either way if it's her. I've been in Lea Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar.
Sounds great! And we're pretty...
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival. Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying... Never mind. I promised I'd help Mr. Dvorak, and now that I've made the contract, I can't
lo
be
dobbiamo
having
aiutare o no?
traveler.
Seems like this is a tough... Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Wait, did she leave already? Hey, Ganyu, wait up!
Ok.
Paimon's so tired from trying to keep up. Don't either of you need to take any breaks?
I can't believe it.
Huh? Did we...
She doesn't like to travel.
Non le piace
So
viaggiare,
in
quindi
the
passare
past, it's
sempre agli
always
altri
been the
adepti
other
miei
adepti who come to visit her during the festival. True. Now that I think about it, Cloud Retainer would be quite... Since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all the other adepti abodes.
Uh-oh. Will it involve a lot more traveling? Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Please go on, Paimon.
Our goal here is to find the adeptus that helped Dvorak. We can't hear any music right now, but if she's really as nice as...
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
So, all we have to do is get the traveler to pretend to fall into the water.
Perché io dovrei far finta di cadere in acqua?
Just trust Paimon. The water's pretty deep over there. Quick, swim to the very center.
Oh, Dio mio.
Help! Help! Someone's drowning! If only there was a kind-hearted adeptus here to save us! Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
What is going on?
Ciao.
How do you feel right now? Shenhe, and the Conqueror of Demons.
Why don't you say something?
La bagnina. Non si può sentire.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
And I am not an Adeptus, as you both already know.
Okay, so this is Paimon's fault. No way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
Glad you're okay. As far as I know, the one you seek is no Yaksha. And one last thing. Your actions here caused others a great deal of worry. Do not repeat them again in the future.
Perché abbiamo fatto preoccupare?
As ever, the conqueror of demons comes and goes.
Right. I didn't dare to say a word just now. How's your training going, Shenhe? Have you made any...
Oh, I had planned to spend the festival with Master this year.
Oh, speaking of Cloud Retainer...
Earlier this morning, she set off for Mount Hulao at dawn. I noticed she was using an Adeptus art of some kind to protect a mechanism that looked like a...
So we just missed her. Please excuse me for a moment. I think I'll leave the gift in her abode.
Sure. Thank you.
Vabbè.
It sounds like Ganyu and Shenhe have gotten a lot closer recently.
Yes. During the summer and winter, I continue to train with Master.
Scusate.
In the other months of the year, I have been learning to adapt to human life, and Ganyu arranged accommodations for me in the city. But when I try to blend in by referring to her as, sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people, sometimes I'm not. Oh, is that what it is? No. So you came looking for Master today because you wanted to...
Yep. Oh, speaking of that, have you ever heard of music?
Music? What is that?
It's...
Okay, I'm done. I also left her a note so that she knows where to find us.
Yay! That's...
We were just talking about this thing called music, and based on Paimon's description...
Oh, really?
Vabbè.
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Oh no! Paimon's gone deaf! Paimon can't...
The faint sound of birdsong, the quiet murmur of the stream.
Oh! Okay, fine. It's all Paimon's fault.
Oh. And a melody is...
Hey! Don't you pay attention, Paimon! Let's get one thing straight. Hey! Why don't you just sing that one melody, Chef?
Oh, was that from the opera that Yunjin sang?
That was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
It felt like I was transported back to the past.
Ecco.
In my... We're all there, raising as I watched Yunjin's performance. When you hummed that melody just now, feelings... So that's the power of music.
Wow, Shenhe. Music definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like... What about you, Ganyu? Are there...
I don't remember if my parents ever sang any lullabies to me. I know some local folk songs. And a few other things come to mind, too. The songs of the sailors down at the docks. Yes, that's right. In the
Per
past,
forza.
whenever I heard the sound of those tunes, Nanny and Leo probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect with human. At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that the way those melodies make me feel isn't all that different from other people after all. Even though we come from different backgrounds and have different... In that sense, we're all the same.
You go, Ganyu! You're...
Yes, I am. Technically speaking, we should refer to each other by the conventional form.
Thank you.
If once the days are warmer, I would like to host you at my home in the city. I've planted many types of flowers.
You are too kind.
Nonsense. You are my friend. I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as you taught me. Once you've seen them for yourself, I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest.
Then, thank you in advance.
Do people say that?
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. You don't need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out.
Who dares refer to one not by one's Adeptus title, but me?
Master.
Our greetings, Cloud Retainer.
Ah! There it is! Feel
Double humph. Now she has the gall to use it rather than she. Even after being chastised, one has received your message from Ganyu. On the matter of the Adeptus you seek, one suspects to know their identity. Well, shall one lead the way?
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
If you want to release a Shao Lantern, come and find us anytime.
Thank you, everyone. Happy.
Ok. Vabbè. Mo me l'attacca pure a me, raga. No, non si può fare. Ok.
Is this
Pianure
Cleary
di
Plains? Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but Guizhong is another name of Agentis, the god of dust.
Era estroversa, adorava le invenzioni e incontrare la gente.
This region was yet a prosperous
Invitava
assembly.
spesso gli amici a casa sua, dedicandoci
Guizhong
posti
often invited her friends to visit
attorno
her
al tavolo in
home.
pietra più grande che aveva.
Seagazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table.
Adorava
He could be
vantarsi dei suoi
Paimon remembers
oggetti.
that name. So that
He was an old
Era un
friend
vecchio
and a
amico
former
dell'antico
rival.
rivale.
Once he had brought out the treasure,
Una volta
it would
sfoggiato il tesoro
predictably
diventava il
become
centro
the center of
dell'attenzione.
attention. As Adepti, we were each gifted in our own ways, and naturally, his treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig.
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument occurred,
what kind of nonsense?
no kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would
Vabbè, ma
brazenly
infatti altre
opine,
volte dava consigli sonnolenti chiazzi come quando avete finito di litigare andiamo ai piedi della montagna e facciamo un po' di carne alla griglia, non ha
She always
senso.
sought to make everyone happy. It also helped that she never referred to one as that.
Come on, get over yourself!
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of
Ma cosa
acrimony,
sportamentava il
March,
succulenti
who would
piatti.
dare snub the stove god and
Il
his
dio dei
wondrous
fornelli.
creations? Back then, one was always
Rex
bothered by
Lapis.
how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see? Precisely. Even one could never find fault with Marchosius's cooking. As we ate, Guizhong would continue to find topics for
Riempendo la
conversation.
tavola di-
Each of those old fossils had their character flaws and points of obstinacy. We would drink together from a spot high. Streetwood Rambler would
Ce la
often
faremo?
remain to admire the flowers.
Streetward Ramble?
That would be Ping. You probably know her as Madam Ping.
Ah, sì, sì, ho capito, la
Ok.
vecchiettina.
Or are you saying that?
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here, one should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant No matter, one... In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our
Avevamo
ideals,
ideali
and
ben
neither
precisi e
would
nessuno
yield.
delle due intendeva eccetera.
Under the
Lo sapevo che
pretext
c'era
of a
Zhongli di
social
mezzo, raga.
gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's obscuro vulpus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it,
Troppo
in one's
orgogliosa.
heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing
Ecco
simple
perché le
but
campane.
fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world.
Wow.
But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the
Una
gods,
guerra che
and
per
soon
base-
engulfed the Guili plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must
Eccola.
one day return to the world below.
Che bello.
What? You have loads of friends.
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces does not mean... But in the end, one is nothing like Streetward Rambler. Back when they were rivals, they would often... That cleansing bell was one of Guizhong's proudest works. Having the...
Wait, that's weird. Didn't Madame Ping say she pestered? And she also said something about being
Bella e
a
vanitosa
vain
quando era
beauty
giovane o
when
qualcosa del
Streetward
genere.
Rambler. That bell has a sad history. Clearly, she refrained from... As for her old friend, as soon as Streetward Rambler heard... After all, we all have known each other for...
Whoa! So they were talking and...
Enough of your intrusions. The cleansing bell is powered by mechanical art and
Può
can
essere
be
usata
used to great
con grandi
effect as an
risultati come strumento
accompanying
di
instrument.
accompagnamento. Dopo la scomparsa del
After the
suo creatore,
passing of its creator,
it
it was used, but Streetwood Rambler did not acquire it from... The two once clashed over. Once upon a time, Streetwood Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after music would go from mournful, many years passed before she finally composed a melody to our satisfaction. Which brings one
Così
back to
arriviamo alla
the matter
questione che
you've
vi
been
interessa.
investigating. Perhaps it was during that
But if she was so happy with the melody,
one was also greatly perplexed by this.
Dopo
After suppressing one's curiosity for a long... In response, she... Though the strings that
le
played
corde
that
che hanno
melody
intonato quella
survive,
melodia sono vive, ma colei che ha ispirato la melodia non c'è più. Che bello.
poor Madame Ping.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came to an end, although I met Guizhong a few times, I never...
Guizhong was quite the visionary. Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps as of now, you know the truth. Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Non lo so.
Do you mean Ping might find the topic?
Precisely.
Mm,
Passing of our old friend.
forse sarebbe meglio evitare.
If I may be so bold, Cloud Retainer,
Oh? How?
I've been in Leo Harbor for quite a long time now, and I've witnessed many farewells along the way, but this doesn't bring the city or someone as perceptive and wise as Ping, though these immortal mountains have lost and no loss can ever be
Giustamente lei
undone.
dice non è
Ping
detto che
has
per lei
helped
sarà
countless
doloroso, e
people,
anche se lo fosse magari
though
le
it is
servirà per superare
heartbreaking
quel
to lose
dolore.
a kid.
We even asked Madam Ping what she thought about adding a music festival. When we get back, why don't we...
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last...
Is not every lantern rite the same in this regard?
I disagree. Each new day and each new...
The edibles she brought the... Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves,
Ok.
one shall soon find out.
All right. We should be getting back to the... Once... Say, if we planted flowers there and care...
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior.
What? Cloud Retainer?
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you.
Vabbè.
Whoa! Madam Ping? And Cloud Retainer?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
Oh, bless my soul. To what do I owe the honor? How nice of you all to come and visit me.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Said what, precisely? And why should one be tasked with saying it?
Cause you're the one who's known Madam...
Street word. Or rather, presumably, you would prefer to be addressed...
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
One, given that lantern rite is almost... gone...
So, this all started because we were trying...
Ok, vediamo se riusciamo a capire che è lei.
Cloud Retainer informed us that the one...
Let me think. What a long time ago that was. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long at all. It appears... We like to call her Guizhong. From the look in Cloud Retainer...
Albeit...
There is no harm done, after all. Lantern Rite's very purpose, although Guizhong did not live to see the splendid sights of today.
So, how has she proven herself?
Once upon a time,
This,
she said to me that
Andiamo.
humans were a weak form of life, but
Proteggerli
as
grazie
she
alla sua
interacted
saggezza.
more and more, she marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits. She told us that to underestimate with the smallest amount of guidance, enormous power can be unleashed in them, and a human who has reached their full potential.
She always had a way with words. That her mechanical accomplishments were judged superior to one's own.
Speaking of mechanic,
Of course. Guizhong and...
as Guizhong once said, it takes when I see the sight of Liyue Harbor before a...
Madam Ping looks very emotional right now.
Of all of us, it was Guizhong who was the If she was still with us, I'm quite sure...
Liyue Harbor is always filled with...
Oh, yeah! We've been dying to ask. What was the melody that you... Oh, also, with you being such extra music
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, it's been a long time since I played this zither. And whenever I play that tune, there was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like no matter how much time goes by.
So the past still weighs heavily on your heart?
Oh, I would be lying to but that is not to say that grief, despite the sadness, I have found many things that bring me joy. Just look at this potted plant.
It takes an honest and open mind to confront and conquer.
Be that as it may, I shall leave the lantern.
Well, if you're sure.
Granny!
Ecco, è arrivata pure Yanfei, a posto. Salve Griso, come va?
Did something...
And now it's spooked Yanfei.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad. Well, in that case, happy lantern rite. Oh, I just remembered that I will leave Mr. Dvorak. Huh? Does it have to be right now?
It seems Ganyu still has much.
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's ability to carry a
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay?
Gladly. This was one's intention.
When you next see the Fontaine musician?
Purtroppo sì, signor Criso. No, vabbè, io con le lezioni vere e proprie riprendo a marzo.
Thank you all. I think you've listened to enough of my nattering.
Una vecchia
for one day.
bietolona, ma che vuol dire?
As for that melody, I will play it for you.
Wow, that'd be great!
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be.
Un dialogo infinito.
Let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
Sì, sì, perché per noi comunque ricominciano a marzo, per quello ho ricominciato ad andare in live più spesso. Approfitto adesso perché poi da marzo ricomincerò come prima, quando ci sarà la possibilità, logicamente. Ecco Dvorak. C'è Keching.
Mr. Dvorak! Ah, and Kuching's here too!
Welcome back.
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
Are you serious?
Ah.
I see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend?
Beh, più o meno Criso, perché comunque devo fare anche i compiti. Beh, vabbè, certo, sicuramente al caldo più o meno sì.
That certainly explains why it was such a powerful and...
Huh. That's a really interesting first reaction.
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the...
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normally, but Streetward Rambler?
Madame Ping possesses vast knowledge and great wisdom. Whatever physical form.
Yep, Kuching summed it up perfectly.
I think... yes. I must thank her in person. That can wait until after the concert, though.
Ah, speaking of, Madame Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that she'll stay in her usual spot.
Wait, are you serious? Oh no, now I'm starting to get nervous. Okay. Nope.
Esatto.
Another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Oddio mio, raga. È fissato.
Mr. Dvorak? He's already gone. Paimon wasn't even finished telling. Before we set off on our search with Ganyu, he asked us about what music means to people.
Please, share your insights with me.
Che carina Keching.
Well,
Metal!
we found out that music can be used
Magari lo uscissi alla Idam, magari.
it can make people happy and move. And music
Ho
is
una sfiga.
like a kind of...
It sounds like you had an event.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna carry on working?
Mm-hmm. Just a few things to wrap. As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities,
Porca
all our
miseria.
efforts are worthwhile. Happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
Ok. Sono una ragazza triste.
That shit... Paimon feels like she's forgetting something. Shoot! blatant. Zhongli said he wasn't in a hurry, so anyway, even if we don't make
Ma
it,
povero Zhongli.
anyway,
Dove stanno sti servizi qua? Ah, ok, stanno qua. Ciao Geggi! Buonasera. È arrivato Metal e sono partite le pubblicità, raga. GG. Raga, ho lasciato il mio Zhongli da solo soletto, poverino. Yunjin. Dai, raga, tutte voi l'avete beccate.
Let's take a break here.
Posso ridere, raga? Vi prego.
Oh wow, look who it is! Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral?
so you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance?
After everything we've been
Io
through,
non ho parole,
we
raga.
have all this open space, a clear view of the mountains behind and the sea.
Invisible.
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to Director Who's way of talking.
Porca vacca, raga.
Xinyan was pretty spooked too when she first got.
Come on, knock it up.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone look so confused. There was
C'era
this
una
one
volta. È il
tiny
quarto
musician
c'era una
who went
volta che
around
c'è.
town on a mission. He came door to door for his iridescent. With my words, Xinyan's courts and Yunjin as our men, we'll take the stage by storm with flames roaring. And the
Ecco.
whole
For sure. The whole dance floor will be yelling encore.
Ci mancava, ragazzi,
Don't
dite
you
la
worry
verità.
about that. I'm pretty experienced on the stage, and I've
Spettacolo pirotecnico. Non glielo potevate dire a io e Mia, facevate prima. Madonna mia, Metal ti picchio.
Zhongli, he took one of those fancy meal boxes and set off for the mountains.
Che ancora lo sto
Said he
cercando io,
It's
tra
a real
parentesi.
pity that he couldn't be around for this, as well as being a true connoisseur.
yeah, that's
Ok, sì,
right.
ragazzi.
Matter of fact,
Twitch va mandato le pubblicità tutte in una volta sola.
to tell the truth though, I never thought I'd really find.
Well, now you know. I can speak to that. Hu Tao.
And jump scares.
Actually, Xinyan, I have some lyric ideas for you.
Ta 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 ta,
Do you
pubblicità.
want to go through them together?
Sure thing.
Oh, Traveler in Paimon. I believe
Esatto.
Zhongli was heading to Mount Hulao, so when you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants to support us at. You should join us too.
Ok, andiamo da Zhongli, raga. Vai al Monte Yulao. Ok. Eccolo qua. Zhongli, aspettaci. Arriviamo. Immagino, Metal, che tu l'abbia già trovato conoscendoti, no? Con la solita fortuna che ti contraddistingue, giusto? Mi rifiuto. Ops, di qua. Ah, già è vero, me l'avevi detto che aspettavi la prossima. Sì, sì. No, io voglio la Idam, raga, a tutti i costi. Ma ciao.
Paimon sees them. It's illuminated deer.
Secondo uccello lucente, ma dai.
A familiar face.
Everything's great. But you know, if you're so
In fact, Mooncarver has been
Eccolo.
taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent times.
Zhongli, here you are. We've brought
Impeccable timing.
Ecco, impeccable timing.
Traditionally,
Ma che è
bamboo
sta
shoot
cosa?
soup ought to be slow cooked for many hours
Ah,
on low
ok.
heat.
Wait, that mech.
Indeed, Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme
La
cuisine
macchina da
machine.
cucina, raga, io
Can we
non
not
ci
just
credo.
call it a cooking machine? She seems to take a lot of pride in her mechanical gizmos, so it's
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking. Excellent.
Sempre senza di te. Non hai preso nemmeno con lei, Geggi, quando è uscita con la missione?
Our journey should be seen as a means to take on more from the world around us. When the bamboo shoot soup is ready, I must insist.
Oh, Zhongli, Huta told us to tell you something. She said it's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance. When she says performance, she must mean the Lanternite Music Festival. As for the banquet, she didn't tell us anything more about.
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends of mine tonight. As for the banquet, since the director insists, far be
Ti
it
pare
from
che
a
rifiuta
mere
da mangiare?
consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see you there.
È quello che ho io. Geggi, dovresti averlo con la missione quando arrivi a Sumeru.
Absolutely.
E io infatti c'ho solo lei.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Thank you. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed.
Ecco,
Please,
grazie per la zuppa.
take some soup. It tastes...
Jongli ci ha dato la zuppa, raga. Bene.
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hitao, and this is a little something called...
Oddio, raga.
The Blaze Lilies!
Xianling. Thank you.
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you too buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh!
No,
I'll
vabbè,
let the
raga.
fire watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey!
No, a me fa troppo ridere, raga.
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year
I
behind us,
do.
I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
Yelan sta un po' sulle sue, devo dire. Cici. No, vabbè, raga. Davvero uno splendido modo, regà, secondo me, per omaggiare il Capodanno cinese. È bellissimo.
Master, listen!
È molto carina questa cosa, raga. Ecco.
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Shenhe.
Master, the Xiao Lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Xiao lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
No, vabbè, raga. Troppo carino.
Listen! That must be Madame Ping!
Che simpatica. Ma che bello, raga. Ok. Perfetto, raga. Tra facce e facciate. Ah, c'è un'altra missione. Ah, c'è ancora l'epilogo, ragazzi.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's